the first step is knowing what that is, right? Identifying it, saying, I'm going to be exceptional at this. From there, it's asking the question, how am I going to measure how successful I am at this? So we're very clear about that at Dashed, and I'm very clear about that personally. If I have a goal that I'm going to set and something that I'm going to focus on improving, I need to have a concrete way to measure it. So I think making sure that you're constantly kind of evaluating how you're doing along the way is really important to reach that goal. But I think it definitely goes back to just a kind of laser focus on doing one thing really well, because otherwise you may do many things and you may do them adequately or even above average. But to stand out in this marketplace, you need to really excel in one area.
So once you do that and you say, okay, I'm great at this, not so good at, product management, you're going to delegate that task. How do you make sure that the task that you delegate is done in the way and to the standard that you want it done?
I think being very clear about your kind of objectives from the start with that delegation is very important. So putting the time in up front with that person to make it clear that this may not be something I enjoy, it may not be my number one strength, but going to them and really having putting the time in, the investment up front, a kind of thorough understanding of what you expect in the role. That's the only way you're going to set up that person for success, is with clear and thorough expectations for them.
And then once you do that, when is the right time to follow up with them to see how whatever project is going?
I always start off on a more frequent interval to start, because you can always scale it back. But to begin, I think a weekly meeting is very important. Even if it's just a few minutes, just to check in. Everything's going well this week. I have no questions. There's nothing I need from you, Phil. That's fine. At least we had the opportunity to chat and check in. From there, if you find that you're doing that every week, then perhaps you go every 2 weeks or even monthly. But I think start off with more frequent kind of check-ins to see how everything's going.